Hello students, we were dealing with the lesson matter in our surroundings. In the last lecture we had studied about particulate nature of matter. We had studied 4 points about particulate nature of matter. First was particles of matter are very small in size. Second, particles of matter have spaces between them. Third, particles of matter have forces of attraction between them. And fourth was that particles of matter continuously move. Now today we'll learn states of matter. What are the states of matter? There are 3 main states of matter. They are solid, liquid and gas. So one by one we'll study the characteristics, properties of solids, liquids and gases. So first let us study about solids. Solids. First, solids have definite shape and definite volume. You all have studied all this in lower classes also. So here is the model of a solid, where you can see that the particles of a solid are very tightly packed. There are no intercellular spaces between them and the particles are very tightly packed and they cannot leave their places. They cannot move from one place to another. So therefore the solids have a definite shape and definite volume. The molecules or the particles, they are tightly packed with each other with strong cohesive forces, and so they cannot leave their places. So solids have definite shape and definite volume. Second, solids are rigid and incompressible. Means they are rigid and incompressible. Means their shape cannot be changed. If any pressure, outside pressure is applied on a solid, their shape cannot be changed or they cannot be compressed. उनको दबाया नहीं जा सकता. Why? Because the particles are very closely packed and there is no space between the particles. Now here there is one exception. Exception is sponge. You can ask a question here. Sponge is a solid but still it can be compressed. So why it is so? Because the structure of sponge is such that it is a solid. Still there are air spaces present between the particles of sponge. So when it is pressed, the air expels out of those pores or those holes and it can be compressed. Third is solids have high density. What does density mean? Density means number of molecules per unit volume. So here in case of solids, as you can see in the structure, the molecules are very tightly packed. More and more molecules are packed in less space. So they have very high density. So the density of solid is greater than the density of liquid, and the density of liquid is greater than the density of gas. Means solids have maximum density whereas the gases have lowest density. Next point is solids do not flow. Means the particles of solid cannot move from one place to another because they are fixed in their positions. They cannot leave their positions. Why they cannot leave their positions? Because the force acting between two particles is very high, very large. They cannot break these forces and move from one place to another. So solids remain fixed in their positions. They cannot flow. Next point is they have high melting and boiling points. Why the melting boiling points are high? Again, because the forces of attraction between the particles of a solid are very high. So in order to break those forces, a large amount of heat is required to overcome these forces. जब हम बहुत देर तक गर्म करते हैं तब वो forces उनके break होते हैं. Therefore large amount of heat is required to overcome these forces of attraction and in order to melt them. So their melting points are or boiling points are very high. So these are the main features of solids. Second, we come on to liquids. In case of the liquids, the model is given here. In this figure you can see, as compared to solids, the particles are loosely packed. There are large gaps present between the molecules. So the characteristic features of liquids are: first, they have definite volume but no definite shape. In case of solids, both volume and shape both was fixed, but here in case of liquids, the volume is fixed but shape is not fixed. Means if a fixed volume is taken, we'll perform an activity here. If suppose 200 ml of water is taken and it is poured in different shape of containers. First is a beaker, second is a tumbler, third is measuring cylinder, fourth is conical flask. Now if 200 ml of water is taken and poured in these four different containers, so we will see that the volume of the water remains fixed. It will remain 200 only, but the shape of the water will change. In each case, the water will take the shape of the container in which it is poured. In the beaker, it will take the shape of beaker. In the tumbler, it will take that shape. In a measuring cylinder, it will take its shape, and in a conical flask, it will become of the shape of that flask. So the liquid takes the shape of the container in which it is kept. It doesn't have a proper shape. Second, liquids are slight compressible than solids because there is some space between the particles. In case of solids, the particles are tightly packed, but in case of liquids, there is some empty space between the particles, so they can be compressed but slight, not more. Third point is, liquids have a low density than solids. Why low density? Because the number of particles in 1 unit volume are less than in case of solids. In case of solids, in 1 centimeter square area, large number of molecules are present, but in case of liquids, there are less molecules present as compared to the solids. So the density of liquids is lower than that of solids. Fourth is, boiling points are lower than solids because the molecules in case of liquids are far away from each other. They have empty spaces between them. Therefore, the force of attraction between the particles is less as compared to the solids. So it becomes easy to break those forces when we heat them. So giving small amount of heat breaks those forces of attraction and a liquid can boil. So the boiling points of liquids are lower than in case of solids. Next is, diffusion is faster than solids. Diffusion means mixing of one kind of particle into another kind of particle. We have already done this. So in case of liquids, diffusion is faster. Solids, the particles cannot leave their place, so they cannot diffuse. But in case of liquids, the diffusion is faster because they can move. There are gaps between the particles, so they can move, and therefore the diffusion rate is faster than solids. Examples of liquids are milk, water, oil, juice, petrol, etc. Now lastly, we come to our last topic, that is gas. In case of gas, as you see in the structure made here, the particles are arranged very far away from each other. So gases, they don't have a definite shape, neither definite volume. Neither the shape is fixed nor the volume is fixed. Why? Because the particles are arranged far away from each other. There are large gaps present between the molecules, and the gaseous molecules, they are free to move from one place to another inside the container. They can freely move here and there. So no fixed shape and no fixed volume. Second, they have high compressibility. Gases have very high compressibility, more than even liquids. Why? Because by applying pressure, the particles of a gas can be brought closer to each other, as there are large empty spaces in a gas. So large volumes of gases can be compressed in a small volume, means that when we apply some pressure on the gaseous molecules, they come closer to each other. Previously they are arranged far away from each other, but by applying pressure they come closer to each other, and a large amount of gas can be compressed and kept in a small volume. अगर एक गैस को एक बड़े डिब्बे में बंद करके हम रखते हैं तो उस पर प्रेशर अप्लाई करने से उतनी ही गैस को हम एक छोटे डिब्बे में कंप्रेस करके भी रख सकते हैं. तो दे आर हाईली कंप्रेसिबल. एग्जाम्पल इज कंप्रेस्ड नेचुरल गैस और CNG. It is a fuel which is used in automobiles. So the name is compressed natural gas. It is compressed and kept in a small volume. What is compressed natural gas? You know, it is a mixture of many gases and the main component is methane. Next is gases have low densities. Again, density means number of molecules per unit volume. So in the figure you can see that in 1 unit volume the gaseous molecules which are placed are very lesser in number. So their density is very less because of large intermolecular gaps or spaces present inside. Gases have lowest density whereas the solids have highest density. Fourth point is gases have high rate of diffusion because the particles are free to move with high speed in all directions. Why? Again, because there are large gaps present between the gaseous molecules and the force of attraction between the molecules are very less. उनके आपस में फोर्स इतने कम होते हैं कि वो उन फोर्सेस को तोड़ के इधर उधर घूमते रहते हैं. The particles or the molecules, they are free to move in all the directions, so they can diffuse very easily. So they have a very high rate of diffusion, and this rate of diffusion increases at high temperature. As the temperature of the gas is increased, the rate of diffusion also increases. Why it is so? This is so because as the temperature is increased, the kinetic energy of the particles or the molecules also increases, and they start moving at a very high speed, at a very high rate. So from here a question is asked, how does the smell of hot sizzling food reach to you when you are sitting far away from the kitchen? You are sitting in a room and your mother is preparing some delicious food in the kitchen. So sitting in the room far away from the kitchen, you get the smell of that hot sizzling food. Why? Because when the food is hot, that time the vapors which are coming out of that food, they can reach to you very quickly. Why? Because the rate of diffusion of that smell of that food particles is very high and it easily reaches to you. But when the food is cold, after some time you don't get that smell, because when the food is cold or comes to the normal temperature, the rate of those vapors becomes less, diffusion rate becomes less, and you cannot get that smell. So this is the reason that the smell of hot sizzling food can reach to you even if you are sitting far away from your kitchen. Fifth point is gases flow freely, means the particles are free to move from one place to another, because again the particles are free, they don't have intermolecular forces or negligible forces, and they have large gaps between them. So these are the all characteristics, properties of solid, liquid and gases. So children, revise these topics, and next turn we'll do changing of states of matter. Thank you.